Okay, first things first, make sure everything's working okay. Okay, first things. All right, guys. I know that y'all have been getting a treat with like 4 live streams in one day. That's a personal best for me. I don't think I've ever done 4 live streams in a day, but it's been a Monday that's been pretty boring. It's been not a lot going on. Really, I've just kind of been relaxing today. But hey, I mean, I got a 3-day weekend, and I still got 2 more days of being off from work, and just really want to keep playing Madden and franchise and all that. So we're getting back into the Cowboys franchise. So here's what I'm thinking about. So, in all of the Cowboy franchises that I've started, I've never won back-to-back Super Bowls, but I did it with this team in Madden. And my thinking is that if we can do a three-peat, if we can win 3 championships in a row, I think I'll have accomplished just about everything I wanted to with this Cowboys franchise. Because by that point, if we win 3 in a row, Mike McCarthy may be exalted with 4 championships on his resume as one of the best coaches of the modern era, #1. And Dak Prescott could be put in pretty much the same category, in my opinion, as Patrick Mahomes, and CeeDee Lamb can be regarded as probably the best wideout in all of football. No ifs, ands, or buts. And Micah Parsons has cemented his status as one of the best defenders of all time. And these guys are automatically like all Hall of Famers. That's what I'm thinking. If we win the championship this year, then this franchise will end. So I'm basically going to try to win one more championship with this franchise mode, whether it's this year or maybe we have to wait another year. Who knows? We could nosedive. You never know. It's hard to, keep up the same level of intensity that we've had. So, it's tough. But one thing we've been able to do this offseason, which was very good, is that we were able to restructure a lot of the contracts of some of our top-paying players. That doesn't mean that these guys aren't getting paid what they deserve. But CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Tyler Smith, and Trayvon Diggs, and even Dak Prescott, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence, we restructured a lot of their contracts. So that way we actually have cap room to do stuff. Because we were gutted of enough players to fill out just a 53-man roster. We were down to like 42 players, and that was not nearly enough. So here is our roster for year 3 of the franchise. Dak Prescott, Jake Browning, and Cooper Rush. We brought him back as our third-string quarterback. We still have Elijah Mitchell as our starting running back, and I'm going to rock with him this year. We did bring in Khalil Herbert to help out with the running game. We also signed Alvin Kamara and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Kamara and Helaire and Herbert were 3 guys that were actually in the free agent pool before the preseason even started. So I went ahead and signed them to 1-year deals to help our running back game. And I signed Kari Blossomgame as our new starting fullback. He actually fits our scheme. We did sign Ben Mason during the offseason, but I decided to go with him and get some more help there. CeeDee Lamb, but we got some help with John Mechie as our second receiver. We didn't bring back Richie James. So, of course, I wanted to get in some more receiving help for this season. We also brought in Michael Thomas. You may recognize him from the Denver Broncos rebuild that I'm doing. We brought him in the first edition, but the second edition, because I got fired, he wasn't on the roster. But whatever. Regardless, Michael Thomas is our third receiver, helping us out there. We have Abdul Allen, Lance Atkins, and Elijah Surratt. Now, neither of these guys are real players, but Elijah Surratt is, because I managed to get real rookies for the 2026 draft class. Tight ends, we got Jake Ferguson and Stevie Middleton, who's actually progressed pretty well to an 80 overall. Therefore, I felt it was okay to trade away Luke Schoonmaker for draft picks. But we did sign Foster Moreau to give our tight end room some backups. We still have Tyler Guyton, who's got him to an 84. We have a 64 Wayne Gentry as the backup. Tyler Smith is up to a 93. Now, he's entering the final year of his contract, and if we don't win the championship this year, I want to bring him back at least for one more year to try to go for it next year if we can't win it this year. Guru Beebe, 84 overall, and Drew Kendall is a rookie we drafted, 63 overall. Right guard, we signed Brandon Sheriff, one of our prized free agents, 82 overall, 60 overall. John Melvin is backing him up. We have Terrence Steele, who's a 78 overall. I signed him to a new contract. And we got Jennings Dunker, 59 overall. That's a great name, but hopefully he can develop with a great name like that. We still have Lawrence. We still have Nealon. And we signed Zadarius Smith. He was a free agent in the offseason. He fits our scheme. So I wanted to bring him in to give us some help on the defensive line. We still, of course, have Micah. We signed Leonard Floyd to back him up. And we also have Darius Fletcher who's going into, I think, his 3rd season. We still have Odigizua. We drafted Jaheim Otis. And we have Glenn Carter. So those are our defensive tackles. We drafted Cassius Howell, who's a 73 overall left outside linebacker. There really weren't any moves in free agency for the preseason that we could really make to improve our linebacking core. So we went ahead and drafted rookies in Howell, and we, of course, still have McIntyre, who's backing him up. We also have Chris Paul Jr., 76 overall, and he has a hidden development trait. So if he does well this season, he may be able to progress earlier than expected. And, of course, we got Overshown. Unfortunately for Overshown, he really hasn't developed too much. Maybe it's because he's been sitting behind guys for the first 2 seasons, but I don't know. We have LaFau 77, and we signed Drew Tranquil as well at 77 overall. I'm going to go with LaFau to start out with, but, if he slips up, Tranquil may be the guy. He's got the championship experience with Kansas City. He's 31 years old. And Ernest Hausman is a rookie we drafted out of Michigan, and Ryan Linebackers can back him up. We still have Diggs and Bland, but we signed D. Alford to help out with the third corner spot. We have Benjamin Jones, who we drafted last season. He's up to a 75, so that's pretty solid. We still have Kalen Carson. I gave him his number 21 like in real life because he's been 41 the last 2 years. But I gave him his real number. And we have Deion Gilliard and Jalen Husky, who's a rookie we drafted out of Maryland this year. And we made a big trade to get some help at free safety because that was one of the things we had to do the offseason, according to the press conference I had, was to make a splash. So we traded for Justin Simmons, who was with Washington last season. He's an 87 overall free safety. Is he up there in age? Yes, but he's one of the top safeties in football. And we just and he's an upgrade over Malik Hooker. And if we want to keep up that championship contention, I feel like bringing in veteran guys and guys like Justin Simmons are going to help us out. And we still have James Stovall, who's actually progressed pretty well as our other free safety. We signed Jimmy Ward as our new strong safety. And we still have Donovan Wilson, who's actually injured. And it looks like Jimmy Ward is going to take his spot as the starter. We still have Aubrey. And, of course, we still have Anger as our punter. So that is our roster getting ready for this season. We're at 57 guys, so we obviously still have some things to do. So let me check out this team meeting here because I'm pretty sure this is going to be about the moves I made during the offseason. And I want to see what the players are saying. I know we're in the preseason, but we're going to not play any preseason games. We're just going to get to the regular season and advance forward. Good morning. Coach, you told reporters before the offseason that you'd upgrade the defense. Do you feel like you did that? Yes, absolutely. I feel like we did. Which position group? Secondary, definitely, with getting Justin Simmons. Secondary. Ryan Clark said on his show this morning that you didn't. I don't agree with that. Probably won't matter. We traded for an 87 overall free safety to upgrade the roster. We did upgrade the. I can't win for anything in this, man. The whole media thing around this whole thing it doesn't make any sense. The goal, they told me in the offseason to trade for a defensive player who had an 85 overall or more. During the offseason, Justin Simmons was an 85 to an 86, fluctuating in between that. Does that not fulfill the promise? The media, man. I know I'm the media in my real job in real life, but that's ridiculous. Anyway, let's just get back to football and play. So let's just go ahead and simulate through the preseason. We'll get through that, and we'll advance through the preseason. Now, one thing I don't know is that if we're actually going to be able to get a draft class that's authentic for this season, but we will see. We actually have lost our first 2 preseason games, and we have a new injury. And Steve Middleton is out with the back strain for a week, and Abdul Allen has a dislocated knee, so he's out for 4 weeks. Well, if that's the case, I think we may need to get some help at receiver. So let's go to free agency and see who's still available in terms of receivers who can help us out. Let's go ahead and sign Paris Campbell. Fits our scheme. Let's get him in here, get some help at receiver that we need with losing one of our guys for the next 5 weeks. Let's do that. So we were 0-2 in the preseason, which is a little bit uncharacteristic for us. But, hey, it's the first time I've simulated through the preseason. And we won our last preseason game, so not going to complain too much. We got a media interview here. Let's see what this is all about. This is probably a goal that we have to commit to. That yes, it is. It's the goal we have to commit to before the season begins with us. Coach, we talk all the time about a team's identity. What can fans expect from your defense this season? Stopping the run. Shut down the passing game. We're going to shut down opposing quarterbacks. At the end of the year, what would a successful season look like? Less than 25 red zone TDs for the season. We'll allow less than 25 red zone TDs this season. Thanks. Check back at the end of the season. All right. Hopefully that's a goal that we can get by not having to be hands-on with every single game. So let me check out the talent tree of Duncan because I really give this guy any upgrades. So yeah, just a cramp. Let's do that. So Brendan Washington, our defensive coordinator. We haven't lost any of our coaching staff the first 2 seasons, so that's good. Haven't had to worry about that. All right, let's cut 5 players. We don't have to make a whole lot of cuts, but we do have to make some decisions here. Let me see. We have, I think, 4 running backs, do we? Yeah, we do. But I kind of want to keep all these guys. And you know what? Can we cut a penalty if we cut Mason? I think it's because we did a multi-year deal with him, so I'm not surprised about that. Lance Adkins, I'll move him to practice squad. Tight ends, 3 of them, so I don't want to move any of them. Left guard, center, right guard. We don't have a lot of depth on the offensive line, so I kind of can't really afford to sit guys. I'm going to take a risk and put Darius Fletcher on the practice squad because we signed Leonard Floyd. We have 3 defensive tackles, so I don't want to lose any of them by putting them on practice. In terms of right outside linebackers, I'm going to risk putting Ernest Hausman on the practice squad. And cornerback-wise, don't want to risk losing. But you know what? Gilliard, I'm okay with moving him to practice squad and having the rest of these guys play. Right, free safeties. We got really a lot of solid running backs. I'm going to go ahead and cut Ben Mason, even though it's going to cost us a penalty. I mean, we've got Blossingame now as our new starting fullback. We got an upgrade in the preseason, so that's what we're going to do. All right, let's advance to the regular season start. All right, so as far as draft class, I want to go ahead and see if I can figure this out without using, let's see. So we got to find the draft for 2027. Okay. So unfortunately, it's not here. Okay, so let's see if I can do something else. Select from the download center. Let me look up and see if I can find a video on how to do this. I don't even know if there's a video out like this. Well, that sports gaming guy probably hasn't uploaded the 2027 rookies yet, but let's see. All 7 rounds. 2025 1.0. Complete 2025 draft class updates, tips. Okay. This guy probably doesn't have, I don't know if anybody really has the 2027 ones. Okay. 30. Letting us do that one. Let me see. I search his name. Search by username. All right, I think it's Big Gauge. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, so I need to look this up again. Let's see. Maybe he has an official website. I can just go to that. All right, class 2027. Okay, sports gaming rosters. All right, sports gaming rosters. Okay, let me go to his official website. Madden NFL 25, Madden 25, all rookie launch, college football, Madden 25, out now, Madden 25 week 2, power rankings, draft classes, strong safeties. Okay, let's see. Madden, all rookie launch, college football. I'm on his official website here. Sports gaming rosters. How do I find? Well, let's go to 20. Let me search 2027. See if that pops up anything. All right, didn't work. And again, they might have uploaded these. All right, so this is all 2027. Oh, it does work. Okay, so this one works. 2027 draft. Okay, all right. Elijah Newby, Womack. Arch Manning. Okay, so this has to be decently accurate. Malachi Nelson. Recognize him. Okay, so we do have authentic ones. I guess I just gotta go through different usernames and different gamer tags and just find ones that work. So okay, so we've got accurate 2027 rookies. All right then. So let's do this media interview really quick before we start the season. We're getting ready to face the Bears in week 1. Coach, going into the season, what area of the team is the strongest? I'd say our defense, actually. Our defense. I think I said this last year, too. So if the defense is stronger, what part of the offense worries you the most? Passing attack, just because of new receivers that we have behind CD. Can you be more specific? Wide receivers. We need our receivers to be more consistent. What would a successful season look like statistically? Our top 2 wide receivers combined for 175 receptions. Thanks. We'll check back at the end of the season. Well, with CD, we could get half of them to him, hopefully, or more than half, but we will see. That's a tough thing to do. Okay, then. So, set season goal. I'm just going to go make the playoffs. Because, we expect to be there every year. That's where we hope to be. All right, then. So I'm going to go ahead and actually advance to the middle of the season and see where we're at. I know in franchise, I play more games during these, but I'm going to simulate a little bit more through year 3 and see how things are going for us. And we're 5-2, so we've started out the season fairly strong. Let me check out and see what we've done so far this year. So we beat the Bears on opening day. We lost to the Colts, actually pretty bad in week 2. Beat the Titans. We lost to the 49ers by 3. We beat the Eagles. Then we beat the Saints. Then we beat the Giants. So we went on a 3-game win streak after our loss to the 49ers. That's okay. But we started out the year still 5-2. And it looks like, as far as the division, we are first place in the NFC East. And everybody else has a losing record right now with 3-4 or 2-5 for the Giants. So yeah, this is a player meeting. Ooh, I wonder what this is about. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a players only meeting, like what happened with the Broncos franchise, which is probably something that led to me getting fired, but I don't know. Coach, thanks for meeting with me. All right, CD, no problem. How can I help? We're almost halfway through the season, and I'm not involved in the offense enough. Okay. I need more touches, or maybe I don't belong here. Come on, CD. We've won 2 Super Bowls together. Well, let's get you more touches this week. I don't just want catches. I want some carries, too. Give me the ball on some jet sweeps or reverses. Wait, what? That's right. Give me the ball, coach. Okay, Keyshawn Johnson. How many touches can you get me this? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let's go with the lowest option because I don't know. 6 catches and 4 rush attempts. But you need to do your part and catch the ball. Love it. Hope you come through, coach. I need the ball. Well, CD, we're not getting rid of you, so you can moan and stuff like that, but it ain't going to work. All right, let's get to the negotiating table. We have $58 million, and we have some decisions that we do have to make. So, in the interest of keeping the band together, I'm going to see if I can do a neutral deal with Tyler Smith. Keep him here. All right, so that helps, but it now drops to $37 million. Now, I'm going to take a risk here. I know Osa Digizua is an 80 overall, but we also have some young players, and I think it just may be time to save some money. So I'm going to let Osa walk at the end of this season, even if we end this franchise. I'm always thinking ahead. You got to. We've got running backs on the roster who could probably help out more, so I'm going to risk letting Elijah Mitchell walk. And the same thing with maybe Michi. But, Marcus Lawrence has been a fixture here, so I'm going to honor him with a 1-year deal to hopefully keep him here, and that helps. He signed for 1 year. $12 million. And Justin Simmons, I feel like, is so much that we're just going to have to risk letting him walk. And a bunch of these other guys who, are very solid, I think it's just worth it letting them walk away. But maybe I could think about keeping Khalil Herbert, maybe some other guys for depth. I don't know about that. The rest of these guys, Zadarius Smith could very well retire at the end of this season. So I don't really want to pull the trigger on that just yet. Okay, so Tyler Guyton's a guy that we need to worry about the 5th-year option. Well, we're going to more than likely accept his 5th-year option, so I'm not too concerned about that. There's a lot of good named players here, but I think just in the interest of saving money, I think it'd be best to let most of these guys walk, including Justin Simmons, who we just traded for. I know it's, tough, but we have to find ways to save money elsewhere because we're our salary cap situation. It took me restructuring the contracts of basically all of our top 5 players in order for us to make cap room to do anything. I want to see if maybe there's a chance that I could possibly do something with the salaries, and maybe now can I adjust like contracts or anything like that? Can I restructure contracts at this point of the year or no? Okay, no, I probably can't do this until we hit the off season of this, next year. So we'll see. CeeDee Lamb has kind of griped a little bit the last couple of seasons. hopefully there's not a deal where we get to the end of the season, whether we win the championship or not, where we just got to, like, trade him or something, because I don't want to have to do that. I mean, I don't know if there's a scenario in the new Madden universe where holdouts exist. In the older Maddens, from, like, I think Madden 2003 up until I want to say maybe like Madden 2006 or something like that. And I'm talking about on like the PS2 and Xbox versions. A player would have an icon next to their name on the roster if they were holding out. And ever since then, from the previous gen, the two generation consoles ago from PlayStation 3, no Madden game has like had an indication of a holdout. Basically, if you don't negotiate a new contract with that player or maybe give him something that he wants, that he just won't play during the season, and your team will suffer because of that. I don't know if there's a realistic scenario that takes place with CeeDee Lamb, but at the end of the year, if we don't follow through with like this promise and then we don't follow through with the next promise, then he may start to get frustrated. And I don't know if there's going to be a deal where I'm going to be having a meeting with him and he's going to say, I'm never putting on this uniform again because I feel like I've been disrespected. And, I don't know. Part of me is thinking that I almost want to rebuild the team, not completely from scratch, but really gut the team after we win 3 Super Bowls in a row. Because then at that point, it's kind of like, all right, we're going to kind of take the mentality of, I guess, like the Jerry Krause. We're just going to try to rebuild the team in a different image and just see what we can do. I don't know. That may be a scenario. But like I said, I don't really know what the fate of this series is going to be, but I do know this. I want to accomplish something that the 1990s Cowboys never did, and that's win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. We've won 2 in a row, but we've never won 3 in a row. So that's what I'm trying to do really in this season, and if we can. And if it can't happen, then maybe we got to retool a little bit and go for 3 out of 4 like we did in the 90s. But we'll see. In the meantime, let's get back to football. We're playing the Seahawks this week, who are 1-5. So hopefully we can get a win this game. And we do. But let's see. You didn't give me the touches you promised. I'm a team player, but you need to hold up your end of the bargain. Let me guess, you'll be unhappy. Not funny, coach. Actually, I'm giving you one more shot. By the end of the season, I better have 100 catches and 20 rush attempts. Time to focus the offense around me. And what if that doesn't happen? You don't want to find out. All right. Well, he said the same thing to me last season. And he didn't force us to make a trade or anything like that. So until we get to that boiling point, I mean, CeeDee Lamb is under contract for at least the next few seasons. So I'm not going to get too upset with him being upset, if that makes any sense. And we're winning. We're 6-2 right now, man. We got a chance to win another championship here. We lost to the Texans, though, so that doesn't really help our cause too much. What are the divisional standings looking like? We're still number 1. The Eagles are 4-4. Washington's 3-6. Giants 2-7. So we're not really slipping in the standings, but, if we lose a couple of games and the Eagles get hot, maybe we may be in trouble, but we'll see. But we got 3-6 Commanders this week. I don't know if they're getting any better. Well, we beat the Commanders, so that's pretty good. So we got a team meeting as we play the Cardinals this week. They're 5-5, so they're getting a little bit better, I suppose. Let's talk about our game plan for the Cardinals. Sure. What's a weakness that we can exploit? We can run on their defense. We can, Elijah. Good. Any player specifically? Yeah, both defensive tackles. Right. So how should we attack that? Obviously, run right at them and get to the second level. How do we measure success? Let's go with 125 rushing yards for Elijah if we can. This may be a tough goal. Get you the ball and let you run wild. I can do that. Run wild. Okay. Cool then. See if we get a win over the 5-5 Cardinals this week. And we beat the Cardinals. Don't know if we got 125 rushing yards for Elijah, though. We probably did. Nice to get the win. I agree. I'm frustrated that we didn't do a good job exploiting their run defense. I get it, but we got the win, and that was a great suggestion. Just need to execute better. Yeah. So Elijah's outside of CeeDee Lamb, none of the players really get upset when we tell them, we have a goal in mind or something like that. Maybe that's because CeeDee Lamb has a different ego about him, but it makes sense. I mean, he's basically a 99 overall receiver. And, he's the best. I mean, right now he is the best. I mean, seriously, whenever I'm actually playing in the games with Dak, I'm looking for 88. There's no doubt about it. The weekly awards. And it looks like Odigizua got 5 tackles and 4 sacks in the win for us. So that was good. And now we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're 8-3. They're 7-3. So this is a matchup kind of tough. Probably one of the most compelling matchups of the week. They're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. And we lost that game, so that's not that great. And unfortunately, we have a new injury. Who's hurt? Elijah Mitchell has a hamstring tear. He's out for 4 weeks. Well, that is just fantastic. So let me see what that kind of does to our depth chart. Because I think we still have, 3 other running backs that we can rely on. So, yeah, I think this will be Khalil Herbert's show for a while. We still have Kamara as a backup, and we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Of course, Mitchell will come back once he gets off the injury list. But Herbert, even though he's a 7-8 overall, I think he can carry our run game for the next few weeks. Let me see if there's anybody maybe better in free agency at this point of the year. I doubt it. If there's a better free agent running back. What? Oh, I'm bringing you back, Tony. Come back, man. Come be a part of this championship run if we go on one. Tony Pollard is back in Dallas. Tony Pollard is back. I can't believe he was a free agent. Man, we're getting everybody back together. We're getting the band back together. We got Tony Pollard in here, 81 overall to help out our run game. A familiar face. I mean, Tony was, man, I can't believe he was a free agent. The Titans must have just released him or something. But Tony Pollard fits the scheme. He knows the offense. It's too perfect. I forget who's wearing number 20, but I think maybe I can change it. So Jalen Husky is wearing number 20. What number did Tony Pollard wear at Memphis? Did he wear a different number? He was at Memphis. Did he wear a different number? He wore number 1 at Memphis. Oh, okay. Well, Jimmy Ward is wearing number 1. Well, maybe there's a number in the 20s we can give Pollard. But you know what? Hey, just like Zeke before him, Zeke came back wearing a little bit of a different number. So he's a little bit different, but he's still Tony Pollard. And I think that's the way we're going to treat it. He's wearing, you know what? Let's just keep him wearing number 34. I know that's an awkward number to see him wearing, but you know what? We're going to have Tony Pollard help out our run game for maybe the rest of the season. You know, I know that we signed Elijah Mitchell to a good deal, and we've kept bringing in other running backs. Pollard may be a guy that we just keep on the roster for the foreseeable future, but I don't know. But that's crazy. An 81 overall Tony Pollard was available in free agency. I feel like I'm almost kind of cheating the game at this point, but, you know, it is crazy. You know, let's just do it. You know, we got Tony Pollard back in a Cowboys uniform. Okay, so, so Jalen Husky, at this point, college numbers to guys like this, it doesn't mean anything. Let's change his number. I don't know what I'm going to change it to. Let's give him like number, it's on the bottom of the roster anyway. Let's give him number 30. And we're going to give Tony Pollard back his number 20. Tony, you're getting your number back. You were a fan favorite when you were here, and we did you a disservice by letting you go a couple years back and not be a part of a Super Bowl run that we actually had a year after you left. Welcome back to Dallas, and welcome back. We got Tony Pollard back. We got the band back together, basically. This is the three amigos. We got our big three back in place. But hey, bringing in Tony Pollard, hopefully that can help out our run game for the rest of the season. I know it's tough to bring in a guy this late and expect him to contribute heavily, but that's what we're going with Tony. Because, hey, he knows the offense. He's been here before. And, familiarity can do nothing but help us. Unfortunately, I think this means we're going to have to let a guy go. So I'm going to cut Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. I know that was, a tough deal to do, but it is what it is. Let's check out the playoff picture really quick. So we have the 3 seed in the NFC. We're leading the NFC East, and the Eagles are in the playoff picture as a 7th seed. No sign of the Giants, so it looks like it may just be 2 teams or 1 team from the NFC East that make the playoffs this year. But that's okay with me. We got a bye week this week, so nothing going on, which actually is okay for us because that'll give Tony Pollard a chance to get reacquainted with his former teammates and his former team and get used to the offense again. So, yeah. So now we got the Commanders at 4-8, heading into Week 14. See if we can get a win over them. And we lose our first game with Tony Pollard back in the lineup. So that's a little bit concerning. What do the standings look like now? Philadelphia is got the same record as us. We did beat them, I think, early in the season, but we actually play them next week. So things are getting a little bit tighter in the division race. We have the Giants this week. They're 2-11. We can't lose to this team. We can't lose to the Giants, and we don't. We win by 6 points. Good. What does that do with the standings? Okay, the Eagles also won 9-5. Okay, so Commanders, Giants, completely irrelevant. Playoff picture is still looking the same with us as the 3 seed, but the 49ers have vaulted over the Bears to the 2 seed. We got the Packers at the 1 and the Panthers at the 4th seed. Okay. Vikings have climbed into the playoffs as a 7th seed, so they found their way into the hunt. Okay, then. So this is a big game. I think this determines who wins the NFC East. If we win, we likely win the division. We lose, we don't. And we lose. Oh, man. We might have just blown our chance to win the NFC East. It dropped us to the 6th seed. The Eagles have now vaulted over us. So once again, it's looking like that maybe for the wild card playoff round in our quest for our 3rd championship, we got to be on the road again for pretty much the whole playoffs. That's tough. Okay, well, all right then. At the 4-11 Rams, they're not very good. Hopefully we get a win. And we beat the Rams, so we get back on track with a win against them. Division race, the Eagles are in front of us by 2 games now, and we are all but pretty much. I'm pretty sure we're all but locked into the 6th seed in the playoffs. It's actually better than where we finished last year in the regular season, but it still means that we're going to have to be on the road unless the Vikings win against the 49ers and the Packers, which likely will not happen. So we're going to be on the road like we were last year for the whole playoffs. And we finished last season at the regular season at 10-7. So beating the Browns this week is pretty critical for our last game of the regular season. They're 7-9. Hopefully we get a win this week. We end with a 10-7 record like last season, and we don't. But we're in the playoffs, but we've dropped to the 7th seed. So like last season, we're the last seed, and we're 9-8. So we have the worst record that we've had in the 3 years that I've been taking control of the team, and we have to play the 2 seed and then likely the 1 seed in the playoffs. We have to play the 2 seed and then the 1 seed to get back to the NFC Championship game, where we will probably face, it could be the Eagles again. But we're going to be on the road for the whole playoffs again. So things are getting pretty tough right now. Let's check out some of the messages that we have. I'm sure we got a lot of stuff to worry about. Happened to see that video going around this morning. Which one? Remember back in camp when you told that reporter at practice that our identity was to shut down the pass and slow less. Yeah, Ryan Clark was roasting us. We did not meet. Guess that comes with territory. Get that on our identity next season. Okay. All right. So I guess we didn't fulfill some goals. Let's check out this message. Okay, so it's Bill Duncan. I saw Ryan Clark passing attack, and the mention that start of the year he promised to combine for 700 catches. Yeah, I remember. He roasted us for not meeting that goal. I guess our passing attack didn't receive. That's frustrating. I'll take the heat. This is from More Involved. Oh, this is probably CD. My morale is taking a hit. But I need to come back next year and prove it on the field. But you never know. I could be complaining about touches again next year. I look forward to it. All right. Promise trust dropped. Well, listen, CD, you're not going anywhere, okay? We're not about to, break off this relationship. We would be stupid to do that. So I thought our roster was actually more talented than last year, but finishing 9-8, and we got to go play the 49ers in their place, it's not going to be easy. But here we go. Quest for our third straight Super Bowl, and this is the first time in the first 2 years of the playoffs that we actually have to play the 49ers. We didn't have to face them the first 2 years. And I assume they have most of the same people, so it won't be easy. The 49ers are tough. But this is, even though we've won 2 consecutive Super Bowls, this is a revenge game. We didn't forget what happened in 2021, and we damn sure have not forgotten what happened in 2022 on this field. We're not going to let that happen again, 49ers. We've won 2 Super Bowls, but we're still coming in with a chip on our shoulder that we want to beat you guys because we kept losing to you guys 2 years in a row. You've been just killing us. Okay, all right. Being a little heated. All right, here we go. We're on offense. We got a good drive going. 3rd and 2 coming up. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Well, it's the playoffs, CD. So you're getting your touches and your touchdowns. Let's go. CD Lamb opening drive, TD. Let's go. Just what we were looking for. We're up 14-0 early on the Niners. Wow. 2nd and 4. Here we come again. Will need to make a red zone stop, starting with this 2nd and 4. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh! Got hit as we threw it. Bosa came in there. Broken thumb. Oh, God. Cooper Beatty's out for the rest of the game. I don't know how good our backup center is either. I don't even know who it is. I forgot. I think it's a free agent. Brandon Aubrey tacks on the field goal to give us a 17-0 lead. So we're looking okay. 49ers finally get on the board. They've narrowed the gap to 3. 1st and 10. Let's get their 2-minute drive because the 49ers are starting to come back on us a little bit. And now we can't really slip up. And CD grabs it, breaks away, touchdown on the deep pass. Let's go. Sometimes you just lob it up there and you can make the play. Just above 1 minute remaining here in the 2nd quarter. We get the ball back again. At least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. Oh my! Timeout. All right. Well, McCarthy doesn't want us to gamble too much, so let's go ahead and run the football. 49ers have all 3 of their timeouts left, so they may spin them right here, but we'll see. Yep, they do. And we're up by 10 going up to half. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell. Oh, he was 1 yard short. Wow. Ooh. No, they want us to go ahead. So let's just. That's a heck of a run by Elijah. Come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, man. Good hit. Here we go. Chris Paul. Not the Spurs point guard. His name's Chris Paul Jr., not Chris Paul. Situation coming up in the 3rd quarter in this defense, hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4. On a complete other note, I'm actually excited for Chris Paul being a Spur this year. You guys know that's my NBA team. Meanwhile, CeeDee Lamb with another grab, 1st down. I love it. Life is beautiful when you have CeeDee Lamb in your lineup. That is a fact. Now Prescott. CD, go to work.
And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Mitchell walks it in for the touchdown. The 17-point lead on the 49ers in their own. backyard. Or 2 in the fourth quarter now. It's a 10-point game, so it's still not quite in the bag, but Elijah says, I'm about to put... Oh, break that tackle on him, Elijah. Let's go. What a great running day for him. 60 yards. Good day for him.
59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
Joel breaking tackles, running hard.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come
Alvin
up
Kamara.
Kamara up the middle.
Alvin Kamara walks it in. Do the spike on it. Let's go, Alvin. When you got 2 starting running backs on your team, you can do anything. Let's go with the onside recovery. 49ers did score, but Kalen Carson with the recovery. Nice. Beautiful. All right, we got a 3rd down and 4. They still want us to throw the football, so let's do it. Oh, Middleton. Get that grab. First down. Nice. We got a 2nd down and 5 here. We get a chance to burn the rest of this clock. Leave no doubt.
We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half.
Good blocking by the O-line. They've been blocking well all night for the running game, regardless of who's in there. Yeah, Shanahan, you guys are done. The number 2 seed is about to fall.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Elijah again. Oh, I thought maybe he could power his way through the game. So. But not quite.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this.
Push it in, Elijah. 6.
Touchdown,
Nice.
Cowboys.
45-28.
Man, this is going to bring up a crucial situation here. They're going to try the onside kick.
49ers have kept this at 10 points for most of the game, but it doesn't really matter. This game is all but wrapped up. So we win on the road over the 49ers. We get revenge for the 2021 and 2022 losses. We win by 10 points. Giving up 35 points, though, a little bit concerning moving forward in the rest of the playoffs. But, hey, our offense was on a tear. The running game from Elijah Mitchell, he had a marvelous day on the ground. Extremely good job by everybody. So now we're heading to the divisional round, where we've probably got to face the number 1 seeded Packers. And it is. And, of course, we got to go up to Green Bay and play them. Let's check out weekly awards. Deron Bland, 4 tackles, an interception, and 1 forced fumble, and two fumble recoveries. Was NFC Defensive Player of the Week after our win over the Niners. Okay, let's check out the rest of the playoffs and see what happened. The Chiefs beat the Raiders. The Colts went on the road and beat the Bengals. The Bills beat the Jaguars. So we've got an AFC South matchup with the Texans against the Colts, and we got the Chiefs against the Bills again. So I guess even a rematch of the way things went last year in this franchise. We've got the Packers. We're going to go up against the Packers, and we got the Bears taking on the Vikings. So 3 teams from the NFC North are in the divisional round. The Bears and the Vikings, and we're playing the Packers in Lambeau. We played the Packers in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, and we beat them. So now we got to go back up there and do the same thing that we did a couple of years back. That's all we have. That's what we have in front of us right now. You know, we just take it one game at a time, and that's what we're going to keep doing. Divisional round, here we go. Looks like they still got Jordan Love as their quarterback. Of course, they're going to be looking for some revenge on what happened 2 years ago in the NFC Championship. We came up to Lambeau and we spanked them.
First opened in 1957.
And we got Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on the call. Love it.
Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. home of the Packers. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go, divisional round against the Packers. And we got a great offensive series already going. We already got a first and goal situation here. I want to see if Elijah Mitchell can keep his running. Here we go. Easy walk-in touchdown. The offensive line is just blowing guys off the blocks. Our running game in the playoffs so far has been nothing short of magnificent. All right, 3rd down and 1. But you know what? Let's keep with the bread and butter. Let's go with a halfback dive, run play with Elijah. Let him get the first. He got it. He's trying to break some tackles, but he still got the first. That's all I want from you. We got 3rd down and 1. Another 3rd and short.
He'll try and run for this with
Here we go, Kamara. A little bit of change of pace.
Stays alive. First down picked up. From the shotgun, it's Dak.
Uh-oh. Let's throw it away.
And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what
Into the first quarter. We're up 7-0. We're putting together another drive here. Unfortunately, we just had to throw the ball away because the pressure was coming at Dak, and I couldn't find another open guy.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott.
Oh my gosh, that was a terrible throw. That was a pick. That was a pick. That was almost a pick. It had interception written all over it.
It is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott.
Oh, couldn't get it away. 4th down.
On 4th down.
All right, come on, Aubrey.
For the Cowboys field goal try.
And he nails it, so we got a 10-point lead. Not exactly what we were hoping for, but hey, we'll take the points. First 10, back in the red zone.
It's a give now to Kamara. And he'll take this down.
Much there on the run by Alvin.
On 2nd down, it's Dak.
And that was another near interception. I was looking for CD. Haven't thrown the ball particularly well with Dak in this game so far, I'll admit it.
On 3rd down, Prescott.
We're up the middle, Dak, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Let's go. When in doubt, take it yourself. Nice job, Dak. We got a chance for another 2-minute drive here, but we're in the shadow of our own goal line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara.
Oh!
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Didn't really get too much breathing, so I think we're going to have to
2nd
pass.
down and 8.
Be a risk, but hopefully we can get more breathing.
Back near his goal
Coming in
line.
across the middle. Go.
By CD Lamb.
Couldn't power forward
And
to make
that'll
this
go for
first.
7.
Let's go with
Gonna
that.
set up 3rd down.
That hurt.
They'll look to pick up the pace. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott.
CD Lamb couldn't hold on to it.
Incomplete.
It's 4th and 1. No, we tried to go for the home run, but we couldn't, so we'll go ahead and punt it away to him. We're up 17-0. Hopefully they don't, well, knock on wood, hopefully they don't score a touchdown. Make it a 10-point game. Fight their way back into this. So we got another good drive going.
Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right.
4-yard pickup.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Prescott.
Go CD, you're wide open. 6. Touchdown, CD Lamb. Beautiful. 24-0 over the Packers. We may pitch a shutout. Not even kidding.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
Yeah.
Catch number 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak.
Ooh, Middleton, backup tight end, touchdown. There we go. Defense for the first time. Of course, it's 4th and 14, and they're going for it. The Packers have done nothing in this game. Nothing. Our defense is just suffocating them until that big play that we just let up. Well, busted play. They got us. So no shutout today, unfortunately. 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
Nah, I couldn't quite get there. It's 4th and 2.
And they'll try it now with Jacob.
Ooh, get him down. There we go. Turnover on downs. Good tackle, Nealon. Let's go. 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remain.
We've all but wrapped this game up, and we're going to head to the NFC Championship for the 3rd year in a row.
After this.
It's 3rd down and 7, though, so still want to pick this up.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down.
And Abdul can't hold on to it. Probably not a good idea throwing it him. But we get a field goal. 4th and 2 again for the Packers.
They'll try to run. And he's going
Jacobs gets the first down, but this game is all but over, so. And we win 34-7 over the Packers. Our offense has been on a tear the first 2 games of these playoffs. We've been running, we've been throwing, we've been able to do whatever we want. We're headed to the NFC Championship game. Don't know who will be waiting for us there, but we've taken down the number 2 seed and the number 1 seed in back-to-back weeks. So that is amazing work to get to in our quest for our 3rd consecutive Super Bowl title. Weekly awards for this week. Dak, 256 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He was sacked once, 1 carry for 8 yards, and of course he had the rushing touchdown. Good game for him. All right, and we got the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. So wow, we're playing. So the lowest 2 seeds to make the playoffs in the NFC are going to play each other in the NFC Championship game. How about that? Meanwhile, we got the Chiefs taking on the Colts. So we could see the Chiefs very well in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the Chiefs actually went on the road and upset the number 1 seeded Texans. So in the divisional round, both NFC teams lost by double digits. And the Chiefs beat the Bills. So that's the way that the AFC is looking. And the Vikings beat the Bears by 4. So I guess Caleb Williams isn't quite ready to take the next step. But hey, props to him for finally getting the Bears to be a playoff team. That's difficult because they haven't been at this point since like 2000. At that point, since probably about like 2010. So the Bears, they may be a competitive team for maybe a bit of this franchise, but we shall see. Okay. So NFC Championship game, we got to go on the road to play the Vikings. Let's go up there. Let's punch our ticket back to the Super Bowl. Once again, like last year, we've been road warriors the whole playoffs. Now it's time to punch our ticket to the big one again.
It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Minnesota. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings under the lights.
J.J. McCarthy, I assume, has developed into a pretty solid quarterback. They still have Justin Jefferson. So, yep.
On the road to the Super Bowl.
All right, here we go, offense. Start off this drive. Start this game with a solid drive.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead, and he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
I don't know about this boot, but let's try it. Middleton makes the grab, but he didn't get anything. Defense was all over that. And there's that big old horn from the Vikings. Ferguson, make that grab. Let's go, Ferguson. Big first down catch. Let's go.
But that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Mitchell up the middle.
There we go, Elijah. Break away. I thought maybe he had a chance to break free on that one. Still, heck of a run.
First down, here's Dak.
Middleton makes the grab. Touchdown. Stevie Middleton for the first TD.
The Cowboys start.
Great defense. Haven't played with you much in the playoffs.
McCarthy throwing on third down.
Ah, of course, there he is, Mr. Gritty, Justin Jefferson. He's got a pretty good drive going there in the red zone already.
It sets him up with first and goal. Here's a give to Hubbard.
Go.
And he's caught behind the line.
Chuba Hubbard's their starting running back. Oh, man. This is his revenge tour on us. He won that championship with us last year. The Vikings picked him up.
The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We're up 7-0, but the Vikings got a shot to tie this game up with a touchdown of their own. They're getting awfully close. This may be a pretty tough challenge. Haven't been challenged much in the playoffs to this point, but hey, NFC title game, everything goes up another notch. Parsons couldn't get there, and he's standing in the end zone. Is that Hawkinson? Yeah. I guess Hawkinson's still in Minnesota. A little bit surprised about that, but not too much. Still, we've got a good offensive drive going. We just may be in a little bit of a shootout with Mr. McCarthy. Party.
This is Alvin Kamara.
Go good block. Tyler Smith. Kamara, first down.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot.
Solid run by Kamara.
If you want to take your shots, some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down.
Spread out a little bit.
And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Dak now from the gun.
Great, Dak. Let's run it. Get the first. All right, at least he got the first down. Not an ideal play call, but still.
Before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time.
Pound this thing in, Elijah. Touchdown. There we go. Got the lead back. Defense, third down and 6.
They're going to throw it on third and long.
Oh, we knocked it away in time. There we go. Great defense. We did get the field goal. All right, 2 minutes left. We have all 3 timeouts left. I want to see if we can do 2-minute drill here and get down this field. It's a real legitimate chance for points for what happened. Get out of bounds, CD. Deserve some of that time.
And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's Prescott.
Here we go, CD. You're open again.
Complete to Lamb.
Ooh, breaking ankles. Let's go.
Which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first is Prescott.
Oh, double coverage. Not probably the best thing to do.
A hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak.
Go back for it. Go forward.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Prescott now on third down. Looking for a target.
Michi, 6. Beautiful throw. Let's go, Dak. Those are the throws we got to make. in big games. Love it. Beautiful. 3rd and 6. We still have a chance for points before the half. This is all too great. All right, guys are covered. I'm going to risk by running it with protect. We can't. We're not going to have a chance to get points. Okay, well, whatever. Third quarter started off well. The Vikings are not going away quietly, though. It's a 15-point game. And a 3rd down. Come on, Elijah, power forward. Pick this up. Oh, my.
Just 1 yard there. Now a tough
His legs got freaking tied up. You know, let's go for it. Yeah, McCarthy's letting us go for it. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's be aggressive.
Very manageable down the distance. And on the other side,
open one. Amira, power through. Got it. 1st down. Let's go.
With the 1st down yardage.
That's a pretty...
Nice.
Working inside the red zone. Rifles it, and it's caught.
Middleton.
And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
1st and goal. Middleton has actually had a pretty good game today. He's getting some work in.
Here's Mitchell.
The toss probably wasn't the best idea. It developed so slowly.
Second chance at 6.
Almost to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, I'm going to let this tick down to the end of the 3rd. All right, we'll go into the 4th quarter of 15 points. One quarter to the Super Bowl. It's 1 quarter to go. Got to finish this.
It's 2nd and goal.
We punch it in here. It may be all but over.
Prescott to throw.
CD. Break. Oh, couldn't quite get to the end zone, but he's down at the 1. We'll take it.
They've held out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Listen, Elijah, come on.
Handoff here to Mitchell.
Power through it. Oh, short game. Vikings stood tall, and it looks like we got a guy hurt. That's our center, Melvin. 4th and goal. They still let us go for it. All right, Elijah. Second time, hopefully it's the charm. Come on, Elijah, get through there. Oh, easily in the end zone for 6. Let's go. 18-point deficit now. Well, Vikings did get the 2-point conversion after they scored, so it's still a 14-point game. Still 2 possessions. Not quite out of the woods yet. Meanwhile, Lamb got held up on the line, and he got... Oh, my gosh, why did that have to happen? It's 4th and 2. We have to punt. All right. Defense, time to step up a little bit. It's 4th and 3. They don't get this. I mean, don't have much more of a chance. Come on, but let's make the stop here. Let's keep them from getting a first. Yes, turn the ball over on downs. Now we just got to lead this clock.
That might just do it for them, Brock, as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th. They'll run. This is Mitchell.
Block.
And he'll push this
Mitchell 1st and goal set up for us.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You could feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And Elijah powers through for, I think, his 3rd touchdown of the game. We're on our way back to the Super Bowl. No question about it. We were tested a few times in this game, but mostly smooth sailing for us. Stay in bounds, Elijah. I want to keep this clock moving.
Gains 15, and it moves the sticks. All right, set now. 1st and 10.
All right, and I'm just going to chill out a little bit. Seeing some comments from Greenhead Outdoors. I can't really tell what you're commenting, man, so I'm not sure what you're typing, but thank you for checking out the chat. I appreciate it. Or the live stream, I should say. I do appreciate it. Just wish I knew what you were saying. L-O-P. I don't know what that means. Sorry. And that is it. We're headed back to the Super Bowl for the third year in a row. We got a chance to do something the Cowboys have never done, and that's win 3 Super Bowls in a row. We're here to make history on this channel with this franchise. And that's what we're going to try to do next week as we play in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 61. 61.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports.
All right, so here we go. One for our third straight Super Bowl. Many teams don't have a chance to say something like this, but it's tough. But we got a chance to do it, so let's do it. First of all, let's actually check out Managed Stat. Looks like we can actually do some stuff. Let me go to Washington, our defensive coordinator. 16 points for this. Let's go ahead and use that. All right. I'm going to take a look at the Pro Bowl roster because we're in the Super Bowl. We've got no players participating in that game. Let's advance to next week. Let's check out the yearly awards. The MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Matt LaFleur. All right. NFC side, Offensive Player of the Year. No Cowboys in here. Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons finished second. Okay, he won Defensive Player of the Year overall for the league last year, but couldn't quite get it this year. Looks like still solid season. Offensive Rookie of the Year, nobody. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody. Best quarterback, Dak, 9th. Okay, best running back, Elijah Mitchell actually finished 10th, so not bad. Started kind of living up to his contract that we gave him. Best wide receiver, no sign of CD, actually. Best offensive lineman, though, goes to Tyler Smith. So we did have an award winner this year. And best defensive lineman, Micah Parsons. And Odighizuwa actually finished 7th. All right. Defense play a lot better this year. Best linebacker, Overshown came in 10th. Okay, not bad at all. Best DB, Stovall finished 5th. Wow. Had a breakout season. Best kicker, Aubrey finished 5th. All right. So we had 2 award winners. Offensive Lineman of the Year for the NFC to Tyler Smith. Best Defensive Lineman of the Year in the NFC to Micah Parsons. All right. We got a press conference for Super Bowl week, and we are facing the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And we're playing in Atlanta. Okay. Super Bowl 61 in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning. It's Super Bowl week. Obviously, a lot of preparation goes into the big game. This is pretty much the same as last year. Can you talk to us about your players and how they've been preparing all week? Sure. Quick question about left guard Tyler Smith. Okay. What has he been focused on this week leading up to the Super Bowl? Pass blocking. Simple. Just fundamentals. Pass blocking. Great. Good luck. Hopefully that gives him a little boost. All right. Perfect. So the offensive line gets a little bit boost. Not just Smith, but the offensive line. Hey, that's good for running, passing. Doesn't matter. That'll definitely help us out. All right. So this is something the Dallas Cowboys have never done. They've never gotten to 3 consecutive Super Bowls in the history of the franchise, much less won 3 Super Bowls in a row. So that's what we are here to do today. We are here to win a championship for the 3rd year in a row. And we're playing a team that has won 2 Super Bowls in a row that knows all about repeating and how it feels to be headhunted.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Love that intro. Unfortunately, you only see it when you play the Super Bowl. It's Dak versus Mahomes, the Super Bowl quarterback matchup that everybody wants to see one day. Lord knows I want to see it.
And it's coming up next.
And this is Super Bowl that nobody is going to really like because they can't stand Kelsey and Taylor Swift, they can't stand Mahomes, and they can't stand the Cowboys. There's a lot of America that isn't really happy that this is this year's Super Bowl. But we're here, and we're here to win our third consecutive Super Bowl. That's what we're here to do. We're here to do work. And meanwhile, on offense, we've already put together a fantastic drive so far. Now we got to finish this. CD, TD, boom, baby. Let's go. Already going to work. We're back on offense again. It's 3rd down and 4.
Looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play?
Throw the ball quickly. There we go. Beat the pressure, and Ferguson gets a touchdown for us. We're up 14-0 on the Chiefs. Let's go. Well, the Chiefs come back with a touchdown of their own. They're not going to give up easily. They got a quarterback that is rated a bit better than Dak, I'll admit it.
Just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Oh, we couldn't do anything on that. Get the sack on us. But we can kick a 60-yard field goal, so we're not out of range for Brandon Aubrey. And the kick is good, and we got a 10-point lead. Chiefs come back. They get a field goal of their own. 2-minute warning. It's, I think, 2nd down and 1, so let's pick this up, keep the drive moving, keep it away from the high-powered Chiefs. All right, I'm actually going to audible with quarterback draw. Maybe a little bit risky, but I'm going to go for it. Design QB draw, and Dak easily picks it up, and a 1st down. Big 1st down. Sets up 1st and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I feel like I need to rush too much. We still have 3 of our timeouts left, all 3 of them.
Prescott now.
Oh, Mitchie breaks the tackle and fights his way into the end zone. Wow, that guy came right at him, and he shook him off like a rag doll. Beautiful play by Mitchie.
This offense has been clicking pretty well here in the 1st half. They've got the sizable margin. Now can they add to it here with a final drive in the 2nd quarter?
Dak.
And they're able to get this
I'm out.
across the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts.
We're trying to get points if we can.
Just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's Prescott.
CD, come on, make that. Bad throw. The first mistake I've made with Dak in the playoffs. Throw an interception. Looks like Chris Jones is down. That's not good for the Chiefs. They take advantage, they score, and they score a touchdown, but they went for 2 and they must have missed it. But now they're only down by 1 possession, and we're about to get to the end of the 3rd quarter. So they've come back on us. If we can pick this up, though, that would be huge. Get that block, Tyler. Thank you, my man. Juke him out, Elijah. 1st down. There we go. Good block by Tyler Smith. He definitely sprung us. He doesn't get that block. We don't get that first. All right. Last quarter of the NFL season, we've got a 5-point lead over the Chiefs. The three-peat is on the brink. Three-peat on the brink. Here we go. We just got to finish this one last quarter.
Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books, and ready to go for the 4th.
We're on the verge of a dynasty, boys. I can feel it. I know you guys can feel it too. Let's get this win. Come on, Elijah. Get that first. All right, there we go. He didn't get the first, but he got us 8 yards. It's about building your own legacy as a team. The new modern dynasty of the NFL is about to be born. We've won 2 of them. But in order to become a dynasty, you have to have 3 Lombardis. And that's what we're trying to do. Not there yet, though.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Somebody on the slant route, get open. Come on, Michi, make that grab. He's got it. Touchdown. Michi with his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. He may be the MVP, unsung hero MVP. How ironic would that be? 12-point gain now. Defense going back out there. We just got to preserve the win, boys. Almost there.
Now Mahomes got to have of this one.
Intercept that. Let's go, Deron Bland. Get up. Oh, okay. He didn't quite get up fast enough, but he gets the interception. Let's go. We've got this probably all but wrapped up.
On fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. A lot of points put on the...
Sorry.
This offense, now they're looking for more.
Run it, Elijah. Or Kamara. Okay. Got a first. Got one more.
10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
9.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
We almost threw a pick. Oh.
He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
We can kick it 26.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash here,
Aubrey.
should be an easy one. And his kick,
He knocks through the field goal. He's got us a 15-point lead. Almost there.
no hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense
2:35 left to go. But I don't think anything is too safe with Mahomes. But we make the hit, turn the ball over on downs. The game is over. Game's over. But they do get a touchdown late. And I think they got 2. Did they? No, it was just 7 points.
So there is still time.
It's
A little
team.
over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick.
Pick it up. There we go. Good job, Allen. Our backup receiver picks it up to preserve the win. Doesn't give the Chiefs any chance. They scored a touchdown late on us, but it doesn't matter. 3 in a row.
Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Led the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowl wins in a row. The dynasty is born here in Atlanta. 3 Super Bowls in a row. It's beautiful. I don't think any NFL team has won 3 Super Bowls in a row, too. So not only do we make history for the Cowboys, but we made history for ourselves as well. 3 Lombardi trophies. 3 of them. It's beautiful.
Commissioner Goodell doing the honors as he hands the Lombardi Trophy to America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, champions of Super Bowl 61.
Well, the league is getting tired of us. Lord knows our fan base isn't.
Things up for another incredible season of the NFL.
So we are world champions again. Matching even what we did was even bigger than what the team did in the 90s. They won 3 out of 4. We won 3 in a row. And we did it with, some of the same good core of players that we kept. It took us, doling out some pretty big contracts, but we got it done. We're world champions again. Hopefully the players feel like it feels just as sweet as the first 2. Look at it. We are the king. We've been the kings of the league for the last 3 seasons. The MVP is Dak Prescott. I don't know if he won it. I don't know if he was the MVP last year. He was the MVP our first year we won the Super Bowl. So the overall NFL MVP did go to Mahomes. Matt LaFleur, of course, won Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year went to Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year went to Myles Garrett of the Browns. The Offensive Rookie of the Year was Kelvin Concepcion from the Rams. I'm pretty sure he's a real player. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Peyton Bowen of the Texans, a strong safety. Okay. Well, let's check out retirements. And let's see if we had anybody retire. Well, Matthew Stafford retired, and so did Devontae Adams. Amari Cooper retired. Wish we could have brought you on for one of these years, man. But hey, we brought Tony Pollard on for this season. He was probably our 3rd string back. So, yeah. Oh, and we had quite a few retirements. I forgot we had Michael Thomas. So Michael Thomas is retiring. Alvin Kamara is retired. So did Jimmy Ward. And DeMarcus Lawrence is retired. Well, he's been a career-long Cowboy. We're going to miss you, DeMarcus. Thank you for everything you've done. You've got 3 Super Bowl rings, sir. We'll see you in Canton, Ohio. Let's starting to lose some of our main players, but hey, at this point of like 3 years into this franchise, we're going to see players depart. And we also saw, 3 guys that we brought on for this championship run that we really needed after, we didn't get much help in the offseason before we restructured contracts. Thomas, Kamara, Ward, thank you for everything you've done. You guys are walking away winners of a Super Bowl. So congratulations and thank y'all. Let's go in and do this press conference stuff. I'm not really going to do too much more. So, Coach, I want to touch base with you about the off-season workouts. What have you got? Who do you want to talk to? I want to talk to actually Marshawn Nealon because he may be the future that needs to step in for DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, I'll have him reach out to you. With DeMarcus Lawrence's retirement, Nealon probably may have to be the future moving forward. Coach, told me you wanted to talk to me. I did. What are you focusing on during off-season workouts? Pass rush moves, getting off the blocks, just getting better at being a defensive end. Sounds good. I'll let you know how much I improve at the start of next year. All right. Oh, we'll need it. Press conference, media availability. Let's see what they have us wanting to do in this off season. If we're even really going to do another off season. Because I think I've done about everything I want to do. Talk about the next few months. What is your plan for the upcoming off season? Make sure we win the draft. Let's do this one instead. We need to win the draft this year. What does that mean? Draft a sleeper in the 5th to 7th round, 75 plus overall. We'll find a sleeper in the later rounds. We'll check back in training camp and see how you did. So let me check out negotiations now. Yeah, let's accept the 5th-year option for Tyler Guyton. So we got $36 million still to work with. I'm actually going to bring back Zadarius Smith on a neutral deal. Just because we lost to Marcus Lawrence. I just think we could use some depth there, and he's a veteran presence for us. So that could probably help us out. And that leaves us with $30 million to work with. Diggy Sue, I'm just going to risk letting walk. So yeah. Storylines, player meeting, okay. On the practice field. Is this Nealon? Not off-season workouts? Coach, my aide has been telling me that my number one motivation should be more meaningful. What's your motivation? I don't believe that's that strongly in anything. What should I be motivated by? Care more about scheme fit. Being a good scheme fit. Okay, Coach, I feel like I trust you enough to take your advice. Only thing is, Michi is not a player that we're looking to bring back, so I think I kind of just wasted an opportunity there with talking to him. But it is what it is. So let me take a look at our roster going into the offseason. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this franchise, guys. I mean, I've won 3 Super Bowls in a row, so that's pretty good. We definitely need some help at running back because we had a bunch of guys. So I'm thinking that we may just need to, retool some things around that. Ferguson still. Guyton, Tyler Smith is a 96 overall. Cooper Beebe's up to an 85. Definitely need another right guard once again. And Nealon is up to an 80 overall. We, of course, did bring back Darius Smith for depth and some veteran leadership to help him out, even though he's rated lower and he won't be a starter. Parsons, we still have, of course, Fletcher, a rookie. We need help at defensive tackle. We need maybe some help at linebacker. We could get some upgrades there, possibly. We did need to find a sleeper in the draft. You know, Kalen Carson started to develop pretty well as a corner, so I'm thinking it's time to trust in him to be the third corner. And James Stovall is an 81 overall free safety for us, so I think it's time to let him be the starter. But we could use an upgraded strong safety. We need a punter. We don't have one. And we need backup quarterback. But I think running back is definitely one of the positions in the offseason we need to upgrade. First things first, I want to see if I can adjust the contracts of some of our highest paid guys. And I restructure contracts right now. I'm going to restructure CeeDee Lamb's contract. It'll free up $11.1 million in cap space this season. Be added added per year to the final tiers of his contract. All right. So that should help in terms of cap room for us this offseason to maybe do a little bit more, go out and get some big help. And I want to see if maybe Mike is somebody whose contract we can restructure a little bit. Okay, so that's good. These guys are still the highest paid guys on the team, but now we have more cap space to work with. So that should help us out when it comes to going out and signing free agents. So we have $15.2 million to work with. So that's pretty big. And we've got some pretty highly rated players. Ooh, Sheet Rice is pretty tempting. But I don't really feel like, we need that. George Karl fits. Pretty interesting. What running backs are available? Tyjae Spears. Or, I don't know how you pronounce his name, to be honest with you. Nick Chubb is a free agent. Jerome Ford is a free agent, too. But I think it may be a decent idea to go with a guy who's not super rated high. 77, I think Joe Mixon. I think is a solid player. Let's not just overspend. I think Joe Mixon is a solid option for us. And let's get Reggie Gilliam to be our new fullback. We can really use some help there for sure. I'm going to risk a team-friendly deal because I think he'll still sign it. And we could use help at receiver. I'm going to bring back Michi. A 2-year deal. Let's give him some more security. We do need some help at right guard. Greg Bishop's a 73, but he's a scheme fit guy. I think maybe right guard in the draft may be a better option for us long term because none of these guys are really overly impressive, at least in my opinion. And I'm honestly okay with Nealon. We do need help at defensive tackle. Let's get DJ Reader. These aren't really big offers, so those are our negotiations. These are all the guys who we've targeted for the first wave of free agency. Not really going for broke. Reggie Gilliam, Joe Mixon, John Michi, again, to bring him back, DJ Reader, Greg Bishop. See if we land any of these guys. Hopefully we get Mixon. And we get Gilliam, and we got Mixon, and we got Michi, and we got Reader back. And we're still negotiating with Bishop. The Giants actually offered him a little bit more money. So you know what? If that's the case, let's maybe look at somebody different to fill the right guard spot. 72 overall Max Mitchell. Doesn't look too bad. Let's go with a team-friendly deal for him. What does that do for us? Okay, we're his only offer, so that should help us out a little bit. What about linebackers? I haven't really looked at this. Willie Gay is the top guy, 79 overall. But these aren't really too big significant improvements, in my opinion, from what we already have. Matt Milano was available, but I didn't know that. Corners, I'm really okay with. Strong safety, though. There's really no upgrade for, to help out Donovan Mitchell. But I will go ahead and get somebody to back him up, though. Donovan Wilson, excuse me. I said Donovan Mitchell. I said Wilson. I'm going to bring in Ronnie Harrison Jr. to back him up. Get a backup strong safety. We do need a punter. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in A.J. Cole, former Raiders punter. I'm actually going to go ahead with a medium deal. Guarantee that we get him as our new punter. We do need a backup quarterback because we let Jake Browning walk. We don't really need anybody too spectacular. I want to get a scheme fit guy. I really like to get guys to fit the scheme because I think that's just better in the long run. So, I'm going to bring in Bailey Zappi to be our backup quarterback. Team-friendly deal, 1 year. I'm sure he'll take this. I'd imagine he would. Yeah, we're his only offer. He'll probably take the offer, no doubt about it. The top guy was Will Levis, 79 overall quarterback. He went to the Giants, so maybe Daniel Jones is no longer a Giant. I don't want him as a backup for Dak. That would be pretty ridiculous to see, but still. Okay, well, we could use maybe a backup running back. We did get Joe Mixon, but I feel like we could still use another running back. Just somebody who kind of just, be a third string guy, maybe. I'm going to bring back Tony Pollard. 1 year deal, but let's bring him back. Okay, we already got our fullback. Could use a third tight end. Let's bring in Tommy Tremble as a backup tight end. Oh, we don't have the room? Okay. Well, it makes sense. Okay, so if that's the case, let me actually maybe see if I want to remove some of these players that we've targeted because we may not need every single bit here. Let's go ahead and withdraw our offer for Tony Pollard, actually. Yes, let's move the offer. We still need a backup right guard, so I'm not going to draw away from that. Let's go ahead and withdraw the offer for Bishop. We'll just go with these four. All right. Let's see if we got the rest of those free agents we wanted. Okay, so we did get A.J. Cole to be our new punter. We did get Max Mitchell. We got Harrison, and we got Zappi. All right. For the draft, let's go ahead and adjust some of the numbers from these guys that we brought on to the team. Give maybe Zappi like maybe number 14 or something like that if we can. Let's give him number 5. $77 Joe Mixon, not too bad. I'm going to change Curtis's number. He can't be Rocket 22 like Emmitt Smith. So let me change his number. Change his to 23. We still need to address running back in the draft, and I think that may be the best option to go with. Gilliam is our new fullback. Brought Michi back. And we could use some help at receiver. Surratt has gotten up a little bit, but I think getting another rookie might still be a good idea. And I think I'm okay with 2 tight ends. I think the rest of the offseason we'll address just like the rest of these positions in the draft. I'm going to move Wyckoff maybe actually to left guard. Can he play left guard? I'm sure he can, being center. Just need some balance there on the guard position. 61, but it is what it is. Cooper Beebe, Drew Kendall, Max Mitchell. I mean, 72 overall right guard's not too great, but if we could find a right guard, that may be a good idea. Steele, we've got Dunker, got Nealon. I'm going to go with Nealon. I mean, he's an 80 overall defensive end now, so I think he's ready to take the reins from DeMarcus Lawrence after he retired. But keeping Zadarius Smith on the roster, I think, was a smart move for the mentorship purposes. And DJ Reader's going to be our new starting defensive tackle. We obviously have the rookie Otis from last year, and we have Glenn Carter. Linebacking core, there really wasn't much in free agency that I think was worth going after. So maybe the draft would just be the better option for that. And I think Kalen Carson's a good option. We got Stovall, and we got Ronnie Harrison Jr. backing up to back up Donovan Wilson. Let me see what number. Ronnie Harrison Jr. What number does he normally wear? It's more like 36. Let's put him in 36 like he used to wear back in the day. And we got a new punter in A.J. Cole. I think he wore number 6, but Donovan Wilson wears 6, so he can't wear that number. Maybe is there a number of single digits I can put him in though? I don't know. Let's have him wear number 9. That's a solid number for him to wear. So that is our roster heading into the draft. There's no like one single position that I feel like we need to upgrade. We probably can just go best player available. And the good thing is that we had some room, so we didn't make, trades to get rid of picks. So don't have to worry about that. So now it's all about getting to the draft and addressing those needs moving forward. All right, let's go to the Draft Central here. And I want to check out Mock Draft 5. So I imagine we are, of course, selecting last in the draft. What do they have us projected to do? Aiden Mizell, a wide receiver from the University of Miami. Well, we could use some help at receiver. This Stockton guy or this linebacker look pretty solid if they drop to us. A lot of linebackers look like they're projected to go later in the draft. Who's projected to be the number 1 overall pick, though? I think it was Arch Manning. So Arch Manning is projected to go number 1 overall to the Saints, and Nico Amaliva, the Tennessee quarterback, that's who that is. Now I recognize that name. He's projected to go to the Giants with the number 2 pick. So if they do select Arch or Nico, Giants could be a little bit of a tougher team next year if they draft who they are projected to draft. So we'll see about all that. So let's advance through the last bit of free agency. Let's get to the draft and let's get going.
Every career start.
Skip the video, and here we are with our first selection. We're in the first round here. So there's a lot of quarterbacks that are available, more than I thought. Oh, man. This guy, KJ Hayes, actually looks pretty solid at linebacker from Oregon. B-, okay, not bad. Possesses devastating bull rush to create interior pressure. Will have trouble keeping up with the tight ends and running backs. Needs more time in the film room. Okay, well, it's a solid pick. Fair job. And all these quarterbacks are still available. You know what? We're drafting him to be a backup. Malachi Nelson slips. Dak, this is not competition. We are just stacking quarterbacks. We need a good backup quarterback. Shows great touch on intermediate throws, maintains mechanics and accuracy under pressure, dynamic playmaker. Surprised Malachi Nelson slipped this much in the draft, but he did. And we selected him in the second round to be our new backup quarterback. And again, Dak is getting up there in age, so we'll see. This right tackle, though, looks pretty good. Devin Wheatley, I think it's time to invest in the right tackle spot. So this is C, played college basketball for 2 years, solid in pass protection, anchors well when defending power moves. All right, cool. But he looks like a solid pick still. It's a C grade, so it's not great, but it's not bad. There's some strong safeties that are free. But you know what? This right end, Kyle Baxter from Arizona State, looks pretty good. And I think it's time to get some defensive info, especially in the wake of DeMarcus Lawrence's retirement. Good, B+. Okay, good pick. Good strength to avoid being pushed around, able to easily disintegrate blocks in run game, able to quickly diagnose plays. All right, Baxter seems like a pretty solid selection there. Here we are in the 5th round. This safety, Chapman, has slipped. But he's probably slipped for a reason. So I don't know if I want to really risk it too much. This defensive tackle, Jonathan Haywood of Tennessee, actually looks pretty solid. Let's go with him. C. Okay, rarely will be overpowered by strength. Ability to shed blocks makes him a force in the run game. Utilizes bull rush with great effectiveness. All right. 6th round pick. There's some corners here that are not that bad. Tavon Merriweather from Georgia. That's pretty solid. Let's go with him. It's a C pick. Okay. Good instincts to reading diagnose plays. Fast enough, raw man coverage defender. Okay. 7th round. Pretty sure this is it for us. The rest of these guys are potential undrafted free agents, so I don't think I really want to reach. I think this receiver, Brian Jones from UTSA, looks pretty solid. Let's go with him. Don't know if we drafted a sleeper, though. Average pick. Okay. So, I don't know if we were able to fulfill that goal of drafting somebody who's a sleeper. Doubt it, though. Nobody is even, of course, in the 80s, but, So we got KJ Hayes was our 1st round pick, 32 overall. Right outside linebacker of Oregon. We drafted Malachi Nelson, quarterback from Boise State, to be our backup. He's already a 70 overall. So that's not that. Devin Wheatley, right tackle, 3rd round selection. Right end, we went with Kyle Baxter. Defensive tackle, Jonathan Haywood was our 5th round pick. Tevon Merriweather from Georgia was our 6th round pick at corner. And Brian Jones, a wide receiver from UTSA, was our 7th round selection. All right, then. I'll see if all these are real players because we're kind of getting into the weeds of, maybe draft classes won't be entirely accurate, but there may be a good amount of players who are actually on these rosters, but we will see. So I know Malachi Nelson is a real player. I don't know what college number he wears, though. Malachi Nelson. I don't know if I spelled his name right, but anyway. Okay, so he does wear number 8, but he's also worn number 7. We're in high school, so. Yeah, but he can't wear 8 because that's Troy Aikman's number. So he's going to wear a different number than that. We're going to have him wear number 10. So we addressed our backup quarterback in the draft. So getting Malachi Nelson, hopefully, Dak can develop him a little bit. Who knows? Maybe we'll see if he becomes the future or not. Didn't really address a running back in the draft, but we did draft a receiver, Chris. No, he's not. No, that's not. Brian Jones. I don't know if this is a real player or not. That name is too generic. UTSA. Brian Jones. Yeah, he's not a real player. So we're gonna have him wear 85 or whatever number he already has. And we drafted a right tackle. So yeah, so Devin Wheatley automatically becomes the second best guy behind Steele, and he's the 72 overall. Devin Wheatley. Devin Wheatley. Don't think he's a real player. Yeah, he's not a real player. But that's okay. Washington State, late round pick. Kyle Baxter may be a real player, but let's see. Kyle Baxter, nah, he's not a real player either. Okay. Still, I mean, still looks like a solid backup defensive end for us, especially with, hey, Lawrence retiring. We need to address that, in terms of get some depth back there, and let's see if one of these guys can emerge. Let's have him wear 93. Let's have him mark a real defensive end number. Jonathan Haywood. I want to see if Jonathan Haywood. Don't know if this is a real player. Nah, he's not a real player. Okay. Don't think I wanted to wear 57 though. Let's have him rock a number in the 90s. $96. Have him rock that number. It's actually rated better than Otis right now. Well, we did draft him a little bit higher, so might have had an influence. We actually didn't get middle linebacker help, so that may be KJ Hayes. I guess he's not. Let me see. Let me look up Oregon. He's not a real player. Okay. So we'll keep him wearing 40. But he's already 75 overall, so he's right up there with LaFau in terms of ratings. Now, Tevon Merriweather, I feel like that's a real player. Merriweather. Okay, so he's not real either. But he can't wear 22 because that's Emmitt Smith's number, so I'm going to change that. He's going to wear 25. Husky has gotten up to a 70, so that's solid. And we got a lot of corners that probably won't make the team this year. So, So that's what our roster's looking like going into the preseason. Pretty sure, though, we're probably going to make some moves in terms of signing guys to the roster to kind of fill it out a little bit, because I don't even know if we're at 53. Are we? Are we at 53? I don't think we are. Anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'm still debating whether I want to continue this series or not, mainly because of the fact that I've won 3 Super Bowls, and I kind of want to do some different stuff in Madden, and I want to keep kind of get into the era where I'm doing mostly rebuilds on this channel with different teams, and also, of course, get back to College Football 25 stuff, which will probably be the content that you guys will see on my channel tomorrow, and we'll get back into the Texas Tech Dynasty. In the meantime, thank you all for checking out this live stream, and I will see you on the next video.